Alright, here it is, my MacBook Air M2. Finally got my hands on it. I know what you're thinking since I'm unwrapping it. That did you get the brand new M2 Air? No, it's not brand new. This is the used one, and as you can see, it's the base variant with 8 GB and 256 SSD. The only reason that I got it is because I need to travel a lot, and this is perfect, powerful, light, portable for all my work, and all of your work. If you're into software development or writing, it can handle mobile app development, backend engineering, cloud computing, Docker management, everything. And plus I saved a good chunk of money buying it, so yeah. Before that, I've been using the MacBook Pro, which is 13.3 inches in size. It's near to 14, so it's a good size. Also, if I would have to recommend you, I would say to get this one, but get just not the base variant, just an upper base variant with a 16 GB RAM. That is really powerful. Its RAM management is not that great, let me tell you. I've heard stories about it, I've researched it, but it's still okay for me, but just here recommending, guys. So as you might have noticed, there is no charging cable in the box, so I had to get it separately. Because the seller, I shipped it from Europe, by the way, so the seller did not have that charging cable. I had to get it separately, and I really wanted to get the laptop with the box. There's been a lot of sellers just selling only the laptop, and I don't think so that's much reliable, so it's better to get a complete box laptop. So the big task when you get the new thing is to set up without missing the whole desk. So I'm just gonna do it quickly, get all the ports in to get all the softwares that I need. Alright, so it's set up. Just cut the video there. So if you can see, the major thing that you notice is the trackpad. It's huge, it's perfect for all the gestures, and it's near to the size of iPhone 16 Pro. Just check it with the case. And then there's keyboard, it's clicky, it's great. The display size is awesome, it's great. The only thing that I would say is if you're into video editing, there is no SD card. If you are using external equipments with the laptop, so there is no USB-A port and other things, and there is also only 2 USB-C ports. So that's why I use adapter to connect my mouse. That's the only thing. Also, if you use external monitors when you're coding or doing work, I think I personally cannot function without an external monitor. So I think if you're into web development, you have your code editor on screen and the preview on other and Google Chrome for searches. And for into mobile development, you keep the same with simulator on another screen. In this way, your code editors is full screen, because at your job you are about 6 to 5 hours looking at the code and probably tickets. So I think you need to have the complete screen real estate to work perfectly, rather than just simulator showing half of the screen and your just code is looking on the half of the screen. It just creates problem. So let's just quickly set the whole application so that I can start working again. So if you guys don't know, I am an iOS developer with 1 to 1.5 years of experience. So I'm pretty new, junior. And here's the cool part, I work remotely, which is not that common in the country that I live in, but most of the company prefer on-site jobs. But you know, we made it. Also, but here's the thing, I'm just not the iOS developer. My tech stack includes AWS, cloud computing, so Nest.js for backend development, and Django, and then Swift UI for iOS development. So I handle a lot of projects. Being new graduated actually makes it quite easy to get onto the new projects. But for me, I would highly recommend, since I'm already into 1 year of job tech market, so I would recommend you to just only focus on one code area. So since I know the market, since I'm recently graduated and I've been to the job market for 1.5 years, so I know what are the latest trend. So let's just divide it out. So if you're starting it out, I would highly recommend, again, focus on one career. So there's only 3 solid paths: backend, cloud, and front-end. So backend involves in building APIs which front-end can use to manipulate data into the database. So they can get the data in from the database and show on the front end. They can manipulate the database data, so insert, delete, etc. Whereas front-end engineering involves in 2 major fields: web development or mobile development. Web development can have all the websites that you see. Mobile development includes in creating mobile apps. Simple, the one you're probably holding right now: iOS, Android, or cross-platform. So just get yourself divided into the fields. Whereas cloud computing, pretty self-explanatory. It is AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, etc. Dockers get handled into these as well. So if you're new and you don't know, so let me just divide again more further into. So don't tie yourself into one tech stack. Like me, I'm backend engineering and I know Nest.js and Django, 2 stacks into the backend field. So backend field is major. I can learn even further new stacks. That's not a problem. Similarly, if you're into the front end, you can learn into the web development, Next.js or React.js or both. They are benefit for you. Remember, don't tie yourself onto one stack. Similarly, for mobile app development, you can learn Flutter, you can learn React, you can learn Swift, you can learn Kotlin. Again, it's just gonna increase your worth since you master all of these things. Again, you need to have one major focus in your career, but you need to have the knowledge of the others. So don't always say that, oh, that's beyond my expertise, or that's not into my area of expertise, I'm not going to jump into. And as long as it is in your field, you have to take it and it's going to benefit you. So right now for me, I am integrating Instagram and Facebook API into my application. So basically the goal is that the automatically fetching data from Facebook posts, like if someone share the URL of the Facebook post into the application, so it automatically gets the location, the tags, the images from that post and store them into the application. So just going through all the documentation on Meta website, and let me tell you guys, it's terrible. I mean, half of the things are outdated. Half things, they just don't explain the things properly, and just a lot of trial and error. And plus, the deprecated things have not been updated. That's a big problem. But hey, I've learned through all my time is that's the life of a developer. You find, fix, and repeat. That's gonna keep on going. And that is the reason I've told you to not to tie yourself onto one stack, since the tech market is really competitive now, and I've seen people getting laid off. So for instance, if you are an iOS developer and the company is seeing you as an iOS developer, but you know Android development as well, or you know Swift and Swift UI as well, so you are not a liability, rather than you are something worth keeping for your company, because you know 2 stacks, you know the whole field, you can handle multiple projects and multiple areas. So that is important. So in case in the service-based company, you are working as a web developer or as a front end, and you know React as your major expertise, and suddenly the new project comes up which has been decided to work on Next.js, and since you don't know, you only know React and you're not willing to jump into Next.js, so the company might see you not that much of a great approach and probably look for other candidate who knows both of the fields, so they can handle your job and plus take on the new project, and plus company wants to save. Let's get it. So it's really important to keep your skills polishing. Alright, so back to coding. I'll probably be here for a few more hours. Let me just remind you, if you like this video, so drop a like and let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see. I'm new graduated. I know tech trends, what's happening in the job right now, and all you need to pass and get into the job market. I can help you in that one. Whatever you need, just hit the comment below and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.
Artlist.io.
Alright, after about 4 hours of heavy struggle of documentation, I finally managed to get the API working, so that's good progress for today. I'm gonna shut it off right now and we'll probably get on more integration tomorrow. That's all pretty much it, and just subscribe and like the video. Peace.